Everyone loves Batman, and if there's anyone who does hate him, they can't deny that he remains one of the most frequently adapted superheroes on record. Whether it's Tim Burton, Bruce Timm, Christopher Nolan or Zack Snyder at the helm, audiences are always hungry to see Batman portrayed in fresh and exciting new ways. The tales of Bruce Wayne and his alter ego are like our favourite bedtime stories that we just want to hear again and again and again. We've selected a few of the best bits of the Bat, from West to Keaton, Kilmer to Bale, and even Affleck too. Join me as we relive the most epic moments from the Batman movies. Our number 10 moment is the backup bat scene from Batman Begins.
What is that?
Bruce Wayne's relationship with his favourite flying rodents comes to a head in the scene where he's surrounded by cops in Arkham Asylum, with seemingly no way out. As we're left in suspense on how he will evade the police, Batman, played by Christian Bale, presses a button on the heel of his boots to engage sonar, which causes a cloud of bats to swarm the building, providing him with the perfect cover to escape. The most memorable moment in the scene is when Batman follows his winged army down the stairwell. At number 9, we have Batman's entrance from Batman Forever.
Your entrance was good, his was better.
In this movie, directed by Joel Schumacher, we see Val Kilmer's Batman face off against two foes: the schizophrenic, horribly scarred former District Attorney Harvey Dent and the Riddler. One of the epic moments in the film comes when our caped hero makes a vertical entrance through the skylight into Two-Face's lavish neon party, making sure to thump a couple of goons whilst he's landed. The suave way in which the Bat makes his entrance is a fearsome spectacle. At 8, it's the Tumbler chase scene from Batman Begins.
I'll get my car. I brought mine. Yours.
In Batman Begins, we're introduced to the Tumbler, the ultimate driving machine. Now, while previous Batmobiles were just ultra-modern vehicles that proved more flashy than functional, this product of Lucius Fox's research is essentially a versatile tank. It powers through objects of all sizes like a wrecking ball. The director, Christopher Nolan, showcases the tricks in the machine's locker as we see it blasting from parking lots to rooftops and from rooftops to freeways. Batman exerts his dominance over the police with his virtually indestructible and impossibly fast whip. From the cannon-firing weapons mode to a lights-out stealth mode, the Tumbler of Gotham makes for the best live-action scene of any Batmobile thus far. In 7th position, we have the warehouse scene from Dawn of Justice, Batman vs Superman.
I'm sorry for listening in, but I've tracked the Russian's phone to a warehouse near the port. You're locked onto it.
I don't deserve you, Alfred.
No, sir, you don't.
In this epic scene, we see the Batman that Frank Miller dreamed of and the kind Arkham Asylum adored. The film, directed by Zack Snyder, first sees us introduced to Batman, portrayed by Ben Affleck, as a ceiling-crawling vigilante who brands victims with searing symbols of justice. He's at his lowest point and has resorted to outright killing low-level thugs to get the justice he wants. In an absolutely stunning sequence, Snyder unleashes the Gotham Bat. Hurling crates that split skulls and whipping jagged-edged batarangs at his enemies, Batman brutally destroys all of Lex Luthor's criminals as he fights his way to KG Beast's room to save Clark's mother. The warehouse sequence in Batman vs Superman is the most brutal Batman we've ever seen. Number 6 is Batman interrogating Joker from The Dark Knight.
We kill the Batman.
If it's so simple, why haven't you done it already?
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
The scene begins when Commissioner Gordon, played by Gary Oldman, exits the soiled interrogation room. He leaves behind the darker version of himself, Batman in full rage mode. The room is lit only by a solitary light, creating a memorable moment of violence and an incredible back-and-forth exchange between Batman and his arch-nemesis.
Garbage who kills for money.
Don't talk like one of them. You're not. Even if you'd like to be.
Number 5 is a definite classic. It's Batman vs Catwoman from Batman Returns.
Meow.
Now, Tim Burton returned to the screens with a second Batman film, and it never disappointed. In one of the epic moments in the film, we see Catwoman, played by Michelle Pfeiffer, fighting with Batman while clad in a figure-hugging black leather suit and speaking with a flirtatious purr. Catwoman simultaneously roundhouse kicks Batman into submission while feigning weakness as a woman.
How could you? I'm a woman.
I'm sorry,
Preying on the Dark Knight's own deeply rooted insecurities, she doubles down on her combat as soon as he caves in. Catwoman's highly sexualized conversation disorients the Caped Crusader's focus. This remains the most erotic scene in Batman's live-action history and is definitely one worth reliving. Number 4 is the car chase scene from The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight delivers another epic moment in the form of a car chase. The scene sees the Joker and his henchmen firing all sorts of high-end weaponry at the SWAT van carrying Harvey Dent, played by Aaron Eckhart. The Joker seems to have the edge on the Gotham Police Department, particularly when he brings down one of their choppers, but Batman takes the spoils by jettisoning the destroyed Tumbler and flipping his adversary's truck in jaw-dropping fashion with his two-wheeled Batpod. The final wall axle spin is insanely cool and worth watching more than once. Moving on to number 3, we have the Batmobile chase scene from Dawn of Justice: Batman vs Superman. The scene begins with Batman overlooking the LexCorp criminals preparing to transport weapons. As soon as he tags one of the trucks, the scene hits overdrive and the Batmobile appears from the shadows with full lights on. The car chase begins with the assailants clearly unaware of the magnitude of wrath and justice they're up against. The scene sees our caped hero employ the services of various lethal weapons on the Batmobile. Blowing the felons' cars to shreds with no mercy, Batman enforces his justice with no compromise. The scene is capped off with the appearance of Superman, played by Henry Cavill, in front of the Batmobile, causing it to crash and burst into flames.
Tell me. Do you bleed?
Moving on to number 2, we have Batman vs Bane from The Dark Knight Rises.
You made a serious mistake.
Not as serious as yours, I fear.
8 years after the Joker's reign of anarchy, Batman, played by Christian Bale, with the help of the enigmatic Catwoman, played by Anne Hathaway, is forced from his exile to save Gotham City, now on the edge of total annihilation from the brutal guerrilla terrorist Bane, played by Tom Hardy. It's a showdown all Batman fans are waiting for. This was the 3rd time Bale appeared as the caped hero, and he had to face his nightmarish nemesis, Bane. Now, Bane's more than a match for Wayne, as the character comes across as less flesh and blood and more like an unstoppable juggernaut. 2 characters get to battle more than once in the film and give the viewers more action and suspense. The Dark Knight Rises proves to be a fitting 3rd chapter to a great trilogy.
Tell me where the trigger is. Then you have my permission to die.
And finally, at number 1, we have Batman's first appearance from The Dark Knight Rises.
Boy, you are in for a show tonight, son.
In the context of The Dark Knight Rises, it's been 8 years since Batman has been seen in public, and Christopher Nolan almost replicates that feeling for fans by not having Bale appear in costume until the 45-minute mark. This scene works perfectly because the audience know who Batman is and what he can do, but the world and its new cops and criminals have forgotten or never knew how resourceful and diligent he could be in the first place. Batman escapes police custody twice in this incredible car chase sequence that echoes of his triumphant return.
You might have the wrong animal there, sir.
Call them scenes or call them moments, they shape the legacy of what we know today as an indelible character. What's your favourite Batman movie moment? Feel free to sound off in the comment section below. If there are any particular videos that you want us to create, then comment below and let us know. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out any of our new uploads. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the TV Regent.
Next time they shine your light in the sky, don't go to it. The bat is dead. Bury it.
Impossible.